A elder attorney has declared how barristers are frequently pay less than per time rather than they would be work in a quick food small restaurant. Chris Henley, who chairs the Penal Bar Associate, told, "Too much frequently charges for prosecuting make per hour rates worst rather than salary at McDonald's." Addition, how the sorrowfully was not hyperbola. He gave an sample of a lawyer creature pay £1 for a complete overnight of preparing and a day in trial, work out at on £5 and time. The ordinary pay for a younger penal lawyer in up to 15-year expertise is on £40,000 a year. One day you deduct the charges to lease chambers and some expenses, the waterfall to on £28,000, on to figures of the bar justice. House yet considerably more than rather than the yearly income of who work frontline of building at McDonald's, on a start wages of £8 and time or £16,640 a year. But how's an ordinary, low flat charges for social barristers and the lot several hours it can get to get ready for a instance indicate they can rather readily slide by the minimal wages. Alike, several barristers will earn money far more than and those work informally can earn money hundreds of thousands. Penal barristers can as well addition their incomes by take a mix of social and individual cases. Time law can be an extremely profitable occupation, particularly in the individual segment wherever they frequently draft by the time. Barristers in social penal cases underfunded by the country person a various perspective. Social prosecutorial and defense barristers' rates are set by the Corona Proceedings Facility, Hertz, and the Ministry of Judiciary, MOJ, accordingly, and largest barristers are personality employed, so their total fee has to pay for journey, insurance coverage, pensions and some expenses. A younger prosecuting lawyer, who may include a 10 years of expertise, will get £1 for a solitary trial exterior. If how conducted a complete 8-hour date, factoring services in the trial exterior by itself, preparing and journey period, later the planned out at £1 and time, way under the minimal wages. A younger defense lawyer will be paid £90 for a solitary trial exterior and £125 for a verdict listening. A main test fee would be £600 but can be significantly more than depending on the crime creature tested and how test is thus potential to recent. The Penal Bar Associate has intended how ordinary per hour rates for proceedings barristers job out at £20 or less than in a block of corona trial hearings. Barristers are set to encounter following 1 week to talk which to do on the meltdown in charges. Recent year, the MOJ published a new framework, ringing various types of offenses by difficulty and thus how lot a lawyer should be paid to get them to trial. For example, a repeated assassination, the highest streaky crime, would draw high rates for barristers, to represent the difficulty of the instance and amount of testimony. While by the government consulted on these changes, it told the aim was to do certainly barristers were pay quite for facility cases, especially take in expense the reality how more than testimony is submitted electronic. The comparatively new riches of digital testimony tool lawyers include far more volumes of content to go via to get ready for a test. But the Penal Bar Associate says, in spite the new framework, these flat charges don't get in expense all the preparing how goes in a test. And if the test is omitted, how fee can be considerably diminished, though if all the job has already been made on it. The associate is worried how the will conduct to lot barristers lathe downward especially proceedings job, that attracts reduced pay in, setting at hazard the capacity to safe convictions. Down there has been a 20% drop in penal cases creature pursued by the CPS above the history 3-year. While lot of the intermittent to openly underfunded law were ushered in 2014, Baroness Healthy alerted how it could as well include an effect on variety in the legislative occupation, manufacturing human beings who don't fit the man, social high school boy pattern less than capable to prosper at the pub. The CPS is now review the pay of prosecuting barristers.